Bold and Beautiful exclusive preview. Sydney Bullock kisses and tells all about what's ahead for Dylan and Will. Consider this new storyline not so much sealed with a kiss on Bold and Beautiful as started by one. In Wednesday's episode, Dylan attempted to cheer up a heartbroken Will by acting on her attraction to him. She has been very conflicted about her feelings because the two of them have grown closer, portrayer Sydney Bullock tells Soaps.com. They've formed this bond, but she wants to be respectful of her friendship with Electra and respectful of her and Will's relationship as well. Yeah, who wants to be accused of doing something that's not proper at all? But, the actress adds, once it gets around that there's been some issues, in other words, RJ and Electra's kiss, it kind of feels like a little bit of an open door. Like, okay, so maybe I am allowed to explore these feelings a little. To Dylan, it seems like Electra's going and doing that, so it's a green light. Dylan can press go and explore a little bit more. Following the lip lock, Will's houseguest lays her cards on the table and confesses that she's caught feelings for her buff benefactor. She's excited to be able to just get that off of her chest, Bullock says, because she's really experienced guilt over it. It's been eating her alive, and she hasn't wanted to betray Electra. But now that she has this opportunity to bare her soul, it's like everything can come flooding out. Is Will surprised to learn that Dylan has been crushing on him all this time, or did he sense it? I almost think it's a mix of both, Bullock says. On one hand, his mind is on Electra. On the other, when you have a connection with someone, you can sense that there's, something drawing you towards each other. So even though his mind and his heart are on Electra, he's not stupid. He knows I'm drawn to him. And even if it's just as friends, it's a special kind of friendship that's very vulnerable, very intimate. At Forrester, Steffy accuses Hope and Deke of acting like this is some kind of matchmaking game. Hope explains that her father has fallen in love with Taylor and that marriages sometimes end. Steffy counters it's putting her entire family at risk from Sheila, which begs the question, why aren't Hope and Deke worried about Sheila offing Deacon? Sounding exactly like Brooke did when she banned Katie from continuing to work with Eric, Steffy forbids Hope from promoting any involvement between their parents. The debate continues as Steffy insists there's nothing between Taylor and Deacon now. Her mother has moved on. Only if she could see them over at the restaurant. At Il Giardino, in an intensely uncomfortable conversation, Taylor tells Deacon that Sheila asked her to help him get back into her bedroom. They rehash their situation, and Taylor reminds him that they can't happen. He has to give Sheila what she wants, sex. Deacon would do anything for Taylor, including, apparently, having sex with Sheila when he isn't feeling it, but tries one more time to convince Taylor they can be together. She can't put her grandchildren at risk. I can't see you anymore, Deacon. Deacon agrees to put out for Sheila, but warns it will be Taylor he's thinking about. Back at Forrester, Hope and Deke argue that their parents can make their own decisions, while trying to make the decision for them, ironically. Steffy goes off on another rant about Sheila. Finally, Hope announces they won't push it anymore, but they won't discourage Deacon from pursuing Taylor. They want to be together. At Il Giardino, a morose Deacon looks up to the heavens and sighs when Sheila walks in. Following through on his promise, he tells her that her pedicure is sexy and they should go upstairs. Delighted, she heads up, while Deacon hangs back and downs a stiff drink. Isn't that a bad idea for an alcoholic? Aye. Over at Forrester, the debate between Steffy and Deacon's kids is still ongoing. Hope insists that this isn't Steffy's call to make, it's Taylor's. Steffy argues and Hope fumes over how she dictates everyone else's life. Steffy admits it. She doesn't want anyone to get hurt. Steffy decrees, Deacon will not leave Sheila for my mother. That is it. Steffy storms out and Hope declares that she doesn't care what she says. Deacon and Taylor want to be together. The final scenes. In her office, Taylor types away determinedly, but can't help thinking about kissing Deacon. Across town, Deacon's thinking about her too, and looks like a man awaiting the death sentence as Sheila appears in a silky nightgown, purring seductively about a mama needing her daddy. Deacon literally cringes as she nibbles his neck and undoes his buttons. Taylor paces, agonizes, and cries in her office, thinking back to ordering Deacon to make love to his wife. At Deacon's, he and Sheila fall into the bed to make love, and his enthusiasm picks up considerably when he starts imagining that she's Taylor.